Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Today I have the Glimmer of the Month Club with Spellbinders 2024 for February. This is the packaging here where it shows it glimmered in silver, it looks like. And this glimmer comes with a gorgeous background plate with 3 daffodils. It has got a beautiful spring, I believe it says, sending Easter blessings sentiment plate with outline die. And then this one says, you brighten my day. And it also has a shadow die. So I have glimmered here in the foil that it came with, which is champagne. And I've done that here. And then I have finally figured out how to get a perfect reverse foil each and every time. If you've been following my foiling videos, you know I have been trying different things, including photo paper and foiling twice, heating up twice and different things like that to figure out the magic sauce for getting the perfect foil in reverse each and every time. So y'all are going to laugh at me because you guys probably already know this, or, well, not all of you, because I know a lot of you have been asking me how to get it done, but some of you know. But it's an easy answer, and that is let me grab it. Glimmer Specialty Card. 76-pound synthetic cardstock. Spellbinders has it in the store. It is something I did not purchase for a very long time. I figured I could figure it out myself, and I had gotten it down pretty good without it, but it was still a hit or miss. And so I finally, in the last sale, purchased me a package of this amazing cardstock. When I say amazing, I mean amazing. This stuff glimmers like a dream. And even if you only want to use it for reverse foiling, it is worth its weight in gold. One time, one heat, one pass through every time. So that's my 2 cents, and that's what I'm living by, and that's what I'm using it for. So anyways, that's the pattern that we're working with today. Now I have glimmered it out here, and then I did an ombre inking. I actually inked the pattern, the background first, and this is a hammermill cardstock that I used, and I foiled it onto my background that was pre-inked, and then I thought it needs something more, because I got the idea from the packaging. The packaging had an ombre background, and I thought, I'm going to try that. I had never inked prior, so I thought, I'm going to try that. So I did this thinking green, Easter, the green in the leaves, and I thought, well, I need something more. So I decided to attempt to see if coloring through the ombre would work. And lo and behold, it looks like it will. So we are going for it. I am going to use 3 colors of Polychromo Faber-Castell pencils. Now, these are new to me, and from my research, these are harder pencils, lead-wise, than your Prismacolors. Prismacolors are very blendable pencils. They're very soft core pencils here. So when you sharpen them, sometimes they break their leads, and sometimes the cores inside break because of how soft they are, but they blend beautifully. I have the whole set of 150. They blend perfectly. These are not as blendable, but they are very strong. So I'm going to use them here and just play with them and see how they go. I also used them in another project this month. And just before we get started here, I'd like to say that I do have 2 bonus projects. I have a reverse foil project coming up and a Copic color project coming up. So let me go ahead and jump in on this coloring, and I will morph through a little bit of it so it's not so long, but I do want you to see at least one whole flower in regular time. And then I will jump in, let you see the last couple projects. So I think on this, I'm going to just start with the light coloring, and I'm going to attempt to not color over the glimmer too much. I've never done this before. Remember, I have colored, of course, but not with over like an inked area. And I'm not, of course, using the correct paper. And I have said that before when I'm experimenting, which is why I'm laughing at myself. But from my research, there are numerous kinds of paper you can use with these pencils. I have been researching it and watching numerous videos. One of the papers I actually have in my stash, so I will be experimenting with that some more to get more blending. With this, I am going to use multiple colors, of course, just to be able to get a little shading. But I'm not expecting a ton of shading because I haven't actually used the proper paper. So I'm not expecting miracles. I'm just wanting to have a yellow flower. That's my goal. So we're just going to color this in, you know, kind of juvenile-like, just to have the effect of the yellow daffodil, which is, of course, a beautiful sign of spring is here. You know, it's like your first sign almost, that, and or at least here in the South, that and the Bradford pears. The Bradford pears bloom, you know, spring is coming. So let's just see how the darker hues look here. Not bad. Now, of course, I'm using my same thought process of when I use Copics. I'm just going in the darker areas just to give a little depth. I'm not trying to really blend. I'm just kind of laying down the color where the creases are just to get some detail in there in the little creases. There we go. That's good enough for me. Now I'm going to go in with this darker one and just add a little color here to the stamens. So we have some differential in color. And that makes me happy. Okay, cool. And then we'll just do that all over again. So, have any of you had any experience with Faber-Castell pencils? Now, these are, like I said, the polychromos. I have seen Yana Smakula do beautiful work with these pencils. She has numerous videos on her channel, and she has some gorgeous makes. I mean, seriously, guys, her flowers are beautiful. So if you want to see a little bit more about these pencils, check out some of her videos because she does have some beautiful ones. She makes it look so easy, but there are numerous artists out there that do. I am just experimenting and, like I always say, playing. You know, playing and wanting to just learn, and I'm constantly wanting to grow as an artist. I find growing is, you know, if you're not growing, you're just sitting stagnant and doing the same thing all the time, and I don't flourish like that. I have to keep growing. So I'm constantly looking for new things to challenge me, and that's where I thrive. So you will see me constantly looking for new things, and hopefully that brings extra enjoyment to my channel as well, because I don't want to do the same exact thing over and over and over again. Now, of course, I have my favorites, but if I did the same thing every single day, I think that would get boring. So, both for me and for you. So, I hope you like variety, and if you do, I invite you to subscribe and jump in and join the family, guys. That's what the fun of art is all about. I'm pleasantly surprised at how yellow this is actually getting, considering it's over green. It's over green, and we're getting a true yellow look. Pretty cool. I would never have thought, but I'm happy. Now, of course, we're getting darker as we go, so we'll see how it goes. But right now, I'm happy. And, you know, it doesn't have to be like pristine coloring. Like I said, I just want it to have bright and cheerful color. I want the yellow and the green. And blending a background like this before glimmering is a great way to add color, quick color, to your background. Now with this background, I used Altenews large blending brush. And for a background for a really smooth gradient, when you want a smooth background, this was a great choice. It really helped me achieve the smooth transitions, and I was able to build slowly, which was nice. Something else in sharpening these pencils is you can get a really sharp tip. So like I can go along these edges and get right where I want the pencil line, which is nice. They also don't break when you sharpen them because the tip is really sharp. You cannot do that with a lot of pencils. So I can just go in here and just literally go right along the line. And if I don't want to go that sharp, I could just softly blend too. I don't have to go hard. I'm purposely going hard to get the color. But you can push hard because of the strength of the actual lead of this pencil. So like here, if I want to really blend more, I can do it softer like this. And now I'm going to have to probably go back and do all of them like this because I'm showing you. But then I can come back in here like this, and see that? I can actually blend that out and do a transition there between those two colors because I went softer instead of just on the lines like that. Let me pull that up and show you. You see the difference in this petal and like these striations? This petal is more blended. So you can definitely blend also, but you can also get a straight line in a detailed, like a flick line, also right where you want it, just right along the detail line and where the artist drew. You can do it however you see fit. Now I like it both ways. This is turned out really pretty too, just using two colors. And if you wanted to go in with a third color, like the orange up here, you could go in right at the base here and use the darkest color if you wanted to have even more depth. And I may come in here when I'm done and add a little more. I just wanted you to get an idea for the tutorial and then have an idea of the coloring, and then we'll put it together. Okay. Might come in here with the light a little bit more like I did there in that this one. So I really like the way that looked, and just kind of blend that out a little bit with the light. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Just kind of, another thing you can do is you can use a white pencil. You can either put the white pencil under a darker color and put it down first, or you can use the light pencil to lighten colors. That's something else I learned. I haven't experimented with that yet though. Now, the only problem with this blending like I'm doing is it is going over some of my glimmer. So it's dulling a little bit of my glimmer in here because I'm going over the pencil instead of just following the line. It's still there, but it's just dulling it a little bit. Still pretty though. So, all right, well that is pretty much one flower. Little white spaces in there I'll get. So I'm going to go ahead and color these other two flowers, and then we'll put the card together. Okay guys, here is the finished coloring. I've colored all three of our daffodils. And now I have a piece of matte, almost like the same champagne color, that we are going to adhere this card base back down onto. We'll adhere this onto our mirror card. Okay, let's adhere this to our mirror card. It's a very small border, so I'm just going to take my time here. There we go. Okay, and then I have embossed this with this month's embossing folder. This is the regular embossing folder. If you are wanting to stay a club member but are like tight on money or anything like that, this is a really good way to stay on as a club member. This is only $9 a month. And so I always tell people that the club is a great way to, you know, keep your discount and to always stay a club member. So if you need to make any changes or anything to your club throughout the month, either to add to your club or to remove anything from your club, or to just make changes, you know, to, maybe there's some clubs that you didn't, you don't like this month that you purchased last month. You can make changes and adjustments and everything. You have a grace period, and make sure you make all those changes before the 4th, the end of the 4th, because the club members are billed on the 5th. The current club members are billed on the 5th of the month for whatever you signed up for last month or whatever you were billed for last month, unless you make changes. And then new club subscribers can join on the 6th. So I have a video that details all of the steps on the website to make it easy peasy for you to make any changes or to just learn the website and all about clubs. So here is our card. And here is that embossing folder that we used. It is called Swirling Blooms. So let me grab the sentiment we're going to add here at the bottom. This is the Sending Easter Blessings, and this is a reversed sentiment that I used from the foil club this month. Alrighty, just get a little bit of glue on there. And I'm going to just dab this off a little bit because I think I have a little too much there. So I'm going to put that right down there. Perfect. Make sure it's straight. Looks great. And there is our finished card. I really think that coloring on the light ombre background really worked well. It's just something different. It gives you more options. Now let me show you a different way to color on foil. This is something also new to me. This is a reversed foil panel, and I colored the white of the reverse foil. I colored the white area using a dye-based ink and a blender brush. So I was able to change the white area to an inked color just using ink and a blender brush. Isn't that neat? So here I have used rectangle dies here in the center. I cut out a panel and I popped it up with foam just to give a little extra dimension there in the center. So that's all one panel, and then it's actually the reverse of that. And then I popped it up and added the sentiment, which is the first of that. So this is the first, this is the first, this is the reverse of that, this is the reverse of that. 2 cards, 1 piece of foil. Cool, huh? So that's 2 cards. And then my favorite card has to be this one. You Brighten My Day. Now this I offset on the A2 panel when I foiled it. This is hot foil, of course. I offset it. I colored with Copic, and then I added the You Brighten My Day. This is all foiled with the champagne foil that it comes with. And as well as this, I did cut 2 blanks to put under here to give this extra dimension. Then I stamped and die cut and colored 2 of the bees from last month's stamp and die of the month, the Just Because clear stamp of the month, January 2024, which in my book was a must-have. So that went perfect with the beautiful foil club this month. So which is your favorite? I want to know. Leave me a message down below. Until tomorrow, my friends, I will see you then. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye for now.